Hello and thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Natasha Kirchuk here with ILTV's Morning Briefing. The Israeli army has seized dozens of weapons and closed down weapons-making factories in the West Bank as part of a crackdown meant to curb the ongoing spate of Palestinian violence. The crackdown is reportedly making it more difficult and expensive to carry out attacks with guns by raising gun prices and making weapons more difficult to access. IDF Colonel Roman Goffman says that while a homemade gun similar to a Carl Gustav submachine gun cost around $500 a few months ago, it can now cost upward of $2,500. Around 200 guns have been seized since the start of the year, and 16 factories producing weapons have already been closed. The Republican Party unanimously voted in favor of a platform that omits any references to a two-state solution when it comes to solving the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The two-state concept has long been a pillar of both Democratic and Republican policy in the United States, and it's long been the backbone of American pro-Israeli activism. But it turns out this year AIPAC did not offer any resistance to the platform's new language. The text also rejects that Israel is an occupier and describes Jerusalem as Israel's indivisible capital. The Austrian government is attempting to take ownership of the house where Adolf Hitler was born. The Austrian Interior Ministry has drawn up a draft law to take control of the home, despite the fact that its owner Gerlinde Palmer refused to sell the empty building. The Austrian government wants to take over the site so that it doesn't become a shrine for admirers of the Nazi dictator, and they're considering either tearing down the house or making it into a museum to document Nazi horrors. The augmented reality game PokemonGo has become wildly popular since its release earlier this week, but not everybody is happy about its mobile debut. The U.S. Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C. is asking its visitors to refrain from playing the game while at the memorial site, which uses GPS and mapping capabilities to let players from the real world find Pokestops. Wondering what that means? As you try to catch a Pokemon, the game accesses your phone's camera and superimposes a creature on whatever image it's capturing, so it looks like the Pokemon is standing right in front of you. Gamers have cited Pokemon at the former Nazi death camp Auschwitz and even in New York's Ground Zero. Holocaust Museum administrators are seeking to have the memorial moved from the mobile game because they find it inappropriate to be catching Pokemon in such haunting places. That's all for now. I'm Natasha Kirchuk, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.